The primary goal for today was for us to firstly engage with our public sector audience and customers, key people in the public sector industry within South Africa, and to just get market feedback around specific topics, specific themes. And those two major themes right now are cybersecurity and AI, which is why the topic for the day was navigating cybersecurity in this age of AI. The real revelation today was more around what could potentially be done in this space to address some of those challenges, especially hearing from their peers in the industry what others are doing in that space, and also what we're doing from a strategic perspective as our strategy for cybersecurity and AI at Cisco. I think that was maybe a little bit eye-opening, right? And I think that kind of visibility and that kind of education of what we can potentially offer, I think goes a long way.
For a company like Cisco, who operates from a global perspective, we see a lot of these threats. We see a lot of trends that are taking place. That gives us an opportunity to share with our customers. The conversation was also around how they are protecting their environment, what the challenges that they are facing, and how they are protecting their assets. AI has actually made it possible for threats to increase. The threats are becoming more sophisticated, and how then do we leap forward using the capability of AI?
I think cybersecurity has been important, but with the advent of emerging technologies, it's becoming even more important because we are fighting with the unknown. So we need to put strategies that are responding to emerging technologies, not only AI. Next time quantum computing is coming, robotics, RPA is coming. So we need to make sure that we put a cyber strategy that is going to respond to emerging technologies. We are in this thing together. We need public-private partnerships in place in South Africa. We want to fight this thing together as a country, not in siloed mentality.
In my world, AI has been there. We've been ready with AI. It's just that we were not ready in terms of the infrastructure to support AI. You know, people talk about the AI and the supporting infrastructure and how do we architect this. And we talked about issues of the digital residency and the data residency as well. For me, it's very critical and important. Do we know exactly where our information and where the data is residing? And how do we architect it in such a way that if you were to use AI, you're going to use it in a proper context? The problem that I have with most CIOs in South Africa is we are more fascinated with just talking information. But when it comes to the architecture, right, to say, do you know exactly where your data is? People will say, no. Today we don't need to know where the data is. All we need to know about is the capability that you can do with the infrastructure that we have. But what we are saying is, take time, take the effort to understand where your data is.
Criminals themselves are using AI to attack, to find ways to find vulnerabilities in our environments. And at the same time, on our side, because of the limited resources and people, we equally require AI to identify those threats. From a Cisco point of view, funny enough, we've always classified them as a network company, but also that they've got solutions that help us with addressing cyber, especially in the AI space. It was a good takeaway for me because some of those attacks come from network vulnerabilities and actually not data, not people and so on. So for companies like Cisco, who've got a large footprint, it makes sense. But two, I realized how much of a skills shortage we have from a cyber resilience, cyber response point of view, both locally, but actually globally as well. And I think there's a great opportunity to position South Africa as one of those cybersecurity hubs if we do invest in those skills.